loud. Nothing's gonna ever keep me down.
Good morning.
Out of our Teen Sports listeners, I'm your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
this whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes. Woo! And we're talking all athletes. Okay. It's just been nasty, gnarly weather. And you know something? Out of all the years past with this kind of weather, it just really gave me that home comfort feel. Christmas was amazing. Shout outs to everybody that participated with us on the Teen Sports Radio team. We're going to be having our producer join us, hopefully. He's actually in a meeting. So until then, we're going. This is the first time we're flying solo. I like it. We got Dominique in the house, right? And she's going to be doing the navigating. And I'm really excited. We got Laura Arcadir's going to be popping in. She's actually finishing up dinner. It's 1:00 or I don't know what. I don't really even know. It's like
in Italy.
In Italy, it's a long time away, but she said she's coming aboard. So I'm really excited. We've got Christine is in the house. How you doing, Christine Marie? We've got Dr. Amy Salzman, and we've got Shakir Ahmad is going to be doing his segment, a little royal recap. Dominique Hackett, Ed Langlo, he is in transit. Ed, how are you today?
Very good.
Ed's we can hear him.
Santa Margarita grade right now.
Got you. I can't see you, but I can hear you. It's kind of spooky.
No, the camera's not working.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, Ava Burkhardt.
That might be a good thing.
Oh, there you go. Let's go back here. So we redial. We got to go back the clock here. So I don't know how many years ago it was. Maybe 7, 8 years. We had a couple of ladies. We had a powerhouse female queen team on Teen Sports Radio. We had Laura Arcadia, she was going to DP, and then we had Ava Burford. She's been with us for 4 years, all through high school. I mean, she has a resume that's a mile long. I am so proud of her. She knows she's like one of my favorites. It's nice that they're both back and coming in. Laura will be joining us shortly. But I want to introduce Ava Burford. You're going to be graduating here pretty soon from school. And I don't know, we've got Shakir Ahmad. He's also applied to UCLA. Laura Arcadia also graduated from UCLA.
My daughter Sasha graduated from UCLA.
We got a lot of uncles in the house. We got a lot of uncles. There you go. So for Shakir, before he gives us a royal recap, if you had to tell him one thing from that transition from senior high school, which he's a senior right now, and he's trying to play ball in college as well, but from going from the senior, because you played sports and you were, cheerleader captain, volleyball captain, runner-up teen star. I can go on and on. Okay, Teen Sports Radio 4 years. But what would you tell Shakir?
I would say probably my best advice is don't let yourself get in the way of yourself. Just keep going, keep pushing, keep your goals in mind, and don't set limits for yourself because the sky's the limit at this point. No one's telling you no but you. Just keep doing it. Keep doing what you want to do. You got it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a gamer. I mean, this boy. I mean, he has no problem holding the torch for being a teen king on Teen Sports Radio. Let me tell you, he also has a huge resume. I wish I would have found him 3 years ago, but that's okay.
I know you got me in the game late.
I know. And it's so funny because Abe is my boy from 30 years. Like, Abe, why are you hiding this guy? What are you doing? So,
oh my God. No, I have Romy Davies here, and I'm hoping to pass the torch on her a little. We got 2 years potentially with her. She's such a light, and I'm so excited she's here today and seeing it.
After we do the royal recap, then we'll take a break, and then I'll have you come back and introduce her, and let's just get to know her, okay? As part of
God, I'm excited.
All right, Shakir Ahmad in the house. What's thinking?
I got you with the royal recap. I'm Shaq on the air. And I'm going to start with Royals hockey. I haven't really talked about them at all because they're more of like a club team that comprises players from both San Marcos and a couple from like Santa Barbara, maybe some other schools. I don't really know. But they won 6-0 against the Strikers last Saturday, so shout out to them. Girls soccer last Thursday won 2-1 against Buena. Shout out to them. Girls water polo 11-6 dominated Foothill last Saturday. And boys soccer went 2-2 at their last tournament in, what was it, South Torrance. Then boys basketball, we just had a tournament as well that got cut short. We were 1-2, and we were going to play our last game, but we could not due to COVID. So that was a disappointment. Came home early. Well, not really that much early because we had to wait that whole day, and we didn't find out till the next day to leave. So we basically wasted a whole afternoon there, but it was cool. It was fun. But the real thing I wanted to talk about today was girls basketball. They were 1-1 in their tournament hosted by San Marcos, I believe. And today they played against Oxnard, and that game was wild. They won 67-65 at the buzzer with a layup.
Oh!
It was great.
I love that.
I was on the edge of my seat. They were winning the entirety of the game. It got a little close toward the end, though. Had me stressing for a second, but they pulled out the win, so.
Who made the layup?
Michelle, she was one of our last, she was the last roundtable athlete of the week from San Marcos, so shout out to her.
And one or just clean?
Oh, it was clean. Just
clean. All right. Nice. All right. I like it. That's
right
it.
at the buzzer.
Woo-hoo. Good job. All right, so before you go, because I know you're a busy boy, or you can stay, you can go, but usually you're busy, I don't know, just saying. Quickie, last week we had the Christmas. Is there any gift? I've had some really great answers on this overall last 12 years. Is there any gift that just meant something? Like, that unexpected gift, maybe, somebody at school gave you something, you just didn't expect it, caught you off guard, anything like that, take care of it?
We had some fun Secret Santa gifts at school. I'm just going to say that. But my mom hooked me up with a lot of money, so.
Nice.
That as I please.
Benjis are good. I like Benjis. Nice. All right, so let's do this. We got welcome in the house, Richard Ellsworth. Thank you for showing up. He's back east in Connecticut. Say hi to your parents for us.
Will do.
Yeah. Okay, we got Ava. You guys know each other. Yeah. This is Ava's friend, Romy. You'll get to know her because she's going to be doing the Don's recap. So before we go on, we got Dominique is doing smushy signs, so I got to stop talking now. Okay, so let's just take a little break. We've got Ava Burford after these messages. Woo! Get it on, gang and gone, get it on. That's the song. Get it on. We are back, and this is Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salter, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
9 a.m.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This is Ava Burford at Teen Sports Radio. God, it feels so good to be back here. I'm with all my favorite people, and I have one of the best people ever, like hands down, the best person. Her name is Romy Davies. She's sitting right next to me. I have known this wonderful human since I think my whole life. She also has a twin, like my brothers that are twins, and I've seen them grown up their whole lives. And I just am so lucky to call her one of my little sister at this point, even though my other sister is standing over there. But I'm just really happy to be back. It's so nice being back home. I'm finishing my senior year at UCLA right now. I was actually offered a job yesterday at a marketing advertising agency. So super stoked that we're getting the ball rolling. And I'm still singing, not a lot in front of people, more in the shower and when my brother yells at me to stop. But overall, we're having a great time, and I'm super excited that Romy's here and is going to take my legacy on and see where it goes. So she's awesome. We literally live 3 doors down from each other. She is the best lacrosse player ever. This Dawn, she's not going to say it. She's not going to say it, but she is a star. So be on the lookout for her.
What made you fall in love with lacrosse?
Well, my best friend, her name's Devin. She goes to a different school, but in 7th grade, she wanted to start we tried all the sports at school, but we just were really bad. Like we tried volleyball and soccer and we just were not good. So then one day she said, Romy, we should try lacrosse. There's a club. I think we should try it. So I said, you know, I'll try it. And then we both really fell in love with it. So.
Nice. So that means you'd be looking at schools back east because we grew up with lacrosse. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the 70s. You guys took a long time, 50 years almost. You know what I'm
For
saying?
California.
Yeah, for California to catch on. So,
Well, thank God it did.
oh, yeah. Like, really, honestly, Royal, like any Ivy League school, Cornell, all of the Ivies, really good lacrosse programs, definitely. Oh, Laura's in the house. Let her in.
I will let her in.
Yes.
But Romy, so you go to Santa Barbara High?
Yeah, I do.
What are you like specializing in studying? Are you in any of the, what do they call it, STEM classes or anything? What are you up to?
Okay, I'm in the Mad Academy actually. So
Excellent.
the whole film photography aspect of it all. Yeah, I'm really into film. My dad is a screenwriter and a lot of my brothers, they're all doing film related things. So I think film maybe is where I'm headed. But yeah.
She's being humble. She's being humble. She's a star at everything.
Oh my God.
Very exciting. So with film, do you like to be behind the camera or in front of the screen?
Behind the camera, definitely.
Nice.
That's awesome. I don't see Laura. Where'd she go? Is she in? She out. Laura?
She's connecting.
Oh, she's still
so
connecting. Well, it's connecting from Italy. Okay, Richard, you have a question? Because, you know, you look like you have that question face.
You're back in Connecticut. Do you have snow?
No snow. Apparently there hasn't been snow all year yet here, which is kind of sad. It's supposed to rain on Christmas, so I'm hoping it just gets cold enough that we get some white flurries.
Yeah, so when it rained on Christmas, okay, that was a couple of days, because I know there's a 3-hour time difference. You know what I'm saying? Get what I mean? Okay. Yeah, that's excellent. Well, it hasn't affected your hair, so that's good.
Oh, well, thank you. It feels a little crazy.
It's nice. So, Alistair, did you have a good holiday, seriously?
Did your suitcase make it to Christmas?
Yes, thankfully. It had gotten stuck in Las Vegas, and for whatever reason, it decided not to follow me all the way to Boston and then Connecticut. So that was a little rough, but now it's here and everything is in it, so back on track.
Yay!
Special. All right, so over the holidays, I'm sure everybody did what they should have done as far as sugar and all those wonderful extra preservatives and intakes. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to you after these messages, and you're going to talk about a rebooting for your system, maybe a little mini cleanse. And then Dr. Amy can add to that if anybody wants to do, because you know how this is when January comes, everybody goes on the $1 billion diets, right? So let's do that. We can take a little break right now. All right,
Perfect.
this is Erica Salda. Got Richard Ellsworth after these messages.
You're simply the best.
We are back, and this is Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
9 a.m.
Hello, everyone. This is Richard Ellsworth with Mountain Sage Healing Arts and the Braille Institute. And as we are rolling into the holiday season, I thought it would be nice to talk about some of the diets that people will probably start to jump into most likely after the Christmas season, but also some little things that you can do to kind of pay attention to your food intake during the holidays. And one of the first things that I think is probably the most important thing to start any sort of cleanse is to start the morning off with just some water. And it can be plain water or water with lemon juice in it. Really helps. You can also use like a greens powder, which kind of starts the body off a little more alkaline in the morning and just kind of helps things rolling. If you're someone who struggles with sugar intake, if you have something in the morning that has cinnamon in it, cinnamon can help to regulate insulin production in the pancreas. So if you're going to be eating a lot of sweets and stuff, if you can be eating sweets that have a little bit of cinnamon in there, or have some tea with cinnamon in it, or even just throwing a cinnamon stick in some warm water, with or without your lemon juice first thing in the morning. Really, really great way to help calibrate your system throughout the holiday season.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. That's a really fun one. It's pretty easy to do.
I drink cinnamon ice. Well, it's not ice, but I drink cinnamon tea every day.
Trader Joe's has a sweet and spicy, and it's cinnamon. Yeah. It's just a cinnamon tea.
You know something? I would have never. If you would have said, "Yeah, put some cinnamon and knock out your sugar," I would have not. Yeah, okay, whatever. But it really does, because this person here. Okay, let me out myself. Okay, it's fun when you out yourself. It's so freeing. I am a little nusher, okay? And if there's chocolate in the house, this will find it, okay? But if I drink my cinnamon tea, I just don't want to look for it. So that was, you told me that about a couple of weeks ago, and I've been religious on the cinnamon tea, and it does definitely work. And I would think that doesn't matter how old you are.
Oh, absolutely. And it's very, very warming, and the flavor fits the holiday season, especially with it being cooler out. Makes a really dramatic difference. And the other thing, and this is probably what's going to help people the most, if you focus on eating a lot of really clean carbohydrates, it's very, very filling, but there's enough fiber with those carbohydrates to the point where it's not going to make you accumulate a lot of weight. So
what's a clean carbohydrate?
Sweet potatoes are going to be a really big one. They'll fill you up really quickly, but there's also a lot of fiber in there. Supports the immune system with all the beta carotenes for spleen support and liver support. Something like quinoa, which is also really high protein and also really high fiber. That'll fill you up very quickly, and also not cause that extra weight gain. Root vegetables, in addition to sweet potatoes. So your regular potatoes can actually up your blood sugar a little bit. So you might want to lay off those a little bit and replace them with sweet potatoes if you can. But your roasted carrots, parsnips, beets, all of those things will fill you up a little bit more, hold a little extra space. But all that fiber is going to help everything move right through your system, open up your detox pathways, and just leave you feeling cleaner and without that excess weight gain.
Love it. Love it.
We get a box from Something's Good Organic, and we've been getting kohlrabi and beets and the sweet every single week. We've been getting our root vegetables, and I roast those babies as soon as I get them. They're awesome. Nice. Dr. Amy, anything else you want to throw on that for people, for kids, adults, that he might have missed? Because, whatever.
Well, I was going to take it in a slightly different direction.
That's what we love that.
And say that while you're cleaning your diet, you might want to also take a moment to kind of clean your mental, emotional life and offer yourself forgiveness for any human well-intended missteps, and offer others forgiveness for any human well-intended missteps. And as far as the diet goes, I would say some gentle adjustments like what Richard suggested that are sustainable rather than doing some big, huge thing.
Love it.
I love that.
Love it.
I love that. That's awesome.
Real quick, Laura, do you have any traditions back in Italy that you did for Christmas that just make you really happy and you want those traditions to continue and maybe in your life in the US?
Christmas, it's more like about the food. Like we make a lot of cookies here, and tortellini with like broth is what we eat on Christmas Day. But it's more New Year's. We eat like a lot of lentils because we believe that they bring good luck and fortune and money in the new year. So, and I love lentils. So
lentil soup.
We're gonna
eat lentil soup.
All right.
Let those lentils. That'd be good. Nice. So fantastic. So it's 5:44. That's a good time to take a break, huh?
Yeah, take a little break. And then guess what? We are ready. We're heading for a dawn recap. With
Burford, and Romy after these messages.
Well, now together we will stand, every boy, girl, woman, and a man. Together we'll stand, divided we'll fall. Come on now, people, let's get on the ball and work together. Come on, let's work together. Now, people, because together we will stand, every boy, every girl, and a man.
We are back, and this is Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
9 a.m.
Hey everyone, so this is Ava Burford and Romy Davies, and we're here with the Dawn Sports Report. So I'm going to hand it off to Romy, and she's going to tell you a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah, well, it's also been a really good season for basketball here at SB, especially for the freshman team. One player, Elstone, scored 19 points in their December 8th game.
Woohoo!
And it was also a great season for boys water polo back in November. They made it to CIF semifinals.
Whoa.
So really good for them. And shout out to the twins, Jackson, Jared.
I do have to say my brothers are some stars too. My brother, I got to shout him out, Jackson Burford, is a goalie, and he made some great blocks in their final game. And my brother Jared Burford made some great assists and other things you do in the pool, that little worm. But they're both so great, and yeah, we're just also proud to be Dons and representing.
Nice. Woohoo!
So that's all from us.
Oh, that was the first we didn't know. We were so excited. I know we didn't have a code. We're going to work on it. We're gonna know what the codes are. It's going to be great. This is fantastic. All right, so what we're going to do? We're going to go to Christine Marie, and Christine, why don't you pull a card for Romy?
You have your cards with you?
I always have my cards with me.
See, we have a tarot reading, Romy. Don't freak out or anything.
It's okay. It's only goodness in life. There's no things. Even if something seems scary, it's not really scary.
It's not really like the tower. Don't be afraid.
Okay. So I've just shuffled the cards. Do you want me to pick from the top, the bottom, or the middle?
Oh yeah.
Middle.
Middle. Okay. From this one or the bottom of this one, the top here or the bottom here?
Bottom
here. Okay, well, it's a really good card. This is let me see if it will okay.
Yeah, there we go.
The Four of Pentacles. And it's a card, actually, funny enough, in most tarot decks, it's got a king, and he's got a coin under each foot and a coin under his lap and a coin over his head, and he's like, mine, and it's a card of selfishness. But in this deck, I see it as a card. If you see, he's on a beach. Where am I? Where's my face? He's on a beach, and there's sandcastles around, and there's lights inside. And when I see this card, it's like castles made of sand fall into the sea eventually, which means that material things are temporal, and we have to let go of them. But the most important and sacred thing is what's inside our own hearts. And this is a card really of setting really healthy boundaries. It's a card of taking exquisite care of the self, of saying, this is my line in the sand, don't cross it. And so it's a card that what would I say, encourages you or invites you to set really healthy boundaries, especially, sometimes people, and usually it's people who are crossing your boundaries that get a little mad at you for setting them. And that's when it's okay. The first time someone called me a B word, and they did.
Brilliant.
A babe in total control of herself, was because I was setting a boundary, and I was saying, you know what, I don't like this, and I need you to back up, and I need you to return that to me because that's mine. And she was so mad at me, and she said, she called me, and I was like, yeah, it's okay. I said, thank you for that, because it means I'm taking care of myself. So sometimes you don't always have to be in an unkind place to do it, but it's really good to set really healthy boundaries for ourselves and take good care of ourselves. Yeah, that's what that card's about.
What a beautiful thing to be thinking about moving into a new year is setting healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it usually takes people like in their 50s to figure that out. Just saying. Because it's just always like out, and then as much, as you can take. And then all of a sudden, that's right. I like the whole sandcastle.
Yeah. Dr. Amy, can you add to that about setting healthy boundaries for the new year?
Yeah, I think it's something that we need to practice. Mm-hmm. And what it really takes is for us to be really listening inside to that moment when someone asks something or says something, and there's kind of like this, our wise self knows like, but then we often overwrite it to be nice or to be helpful, or because we're afraid, honestly, of saying no, because we're afraid the person's going to get mad. And honestly, the more afraid we are, the more important it is to set a boundary, because the person is probably taking advantage of you.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
You just made me think, Dr. Amy, of this question of a full body yes or a full body no. It's like, especially when it's an important question or something that's like, it's like if you feel into your body, because and you start to learn this. And sometimes I remember when I was young, there'd be something where I'd be like, oh, I don't really feel good about this, but okay. And then I'd look back afterwards and realize, oh, that was my body saying no, but I didn't know that yet. Right. So it's like, it's a trial and error kind of thing. And eventually you learn when your body's saying no, because it makes sense. Like your mind says, oh, sure, I'll do it, but something doesn't feel right. So it's like learning that whole process is important. And I'm real clear these days on what a full body no is and what a full body yes is. They're different. They feel, it's a clarity.
Yeah, Laura, it looks like Laura has something to add.
Yeah, Laura, go for it.
Oh, I was thinking that what you're saying reminds me of the whole idea that when we talk, especially about romantic relationships, we're looking for like the butterflies in our stomach. And I had a friend of mine tell me not to look for the person that gives me butterflies, because that's anxiety, and rather look for the person where I feel at peace and at ease next to them, like not anxious. So it's kind of what you're saying, that fear is when you should actually set a boundary.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that. That's true too.
Yeah.
You feel like we feel calm, comfort, safe. That's what I mean, I don't know if I'll say protected, but comfortable.
Yeah.
Safe,
you have space where you can be authentic. And that's kind of a test of friendship too. Mm-hmm. When you do set a boundary and your friend is able to go, wow, that may feel a little ouchy, but I respect what you're doing.
Uh-huh. Wasn't it, Richard, when you first met Laura, you almost tripped in my kitchen? I don't know what that means. What was that, Laura? Why? I'm allowed. What?
That was Laura setting a really good boundary.
I've never seen anybody go like, great recovery, by the way. I just did it, right? Just knocked the lamp off. That would have been $100. So yeah, no, just kidding. Go ahead. But you have to come back on something. Well, go ahead, Richard. Say something.
Oh, me. So Christine was one of the first people that introduced me to the idea of boundaries, and I felt really, really of strong resistance to the idea for well over a year, because I was very concerned about me setting boundaries affecting other people in a negative way. And then I realized I decided to start to actually try setting boundaries and see what would happen. And I realized that if I go into setting a boundary in a situation with the unshakable confidence that no matter what, it's going to work out in the best way possible for myself and that other person, that it always does work out best. And the other person is very receptive to my boundary. So I found that having unshakable confidence in myself and in the good of the boundary that I'm setting always seems to make it work. And if that's the case, then there really doesn't need to be any fear.
I love it.
You know what comes to me too from what you just said, Richard, is this idea that what's in my highest and best interest is in everybody's highest and best interest. Especially when we're thinking of it from a not just a selfish place, right? But a place of like, well, wow, this is really this is in my best interest, and I need this, and so I'm going to set this boundary. And oftentimes it's also the same boundary that somebody else needs to have set for them. It might not be comfortable, but it's exactly what they need to do, that what they need to learn on the opposite end of that. So it can be very powerful.
Let's pick up with this conversation more. We're coming up on the new year, and a lot of people are making their intentions. So let's get back with more after these messages.
Brazil. Back in the USSR. Way down in LA. Every day, dancing in the street. Crossing China too. Me and you, dancing in the street.
We are back, and this is Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday,
9 a.m.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Teen Sports Radio. This is Dominique Hackett, and we have lots of our co-hosts with us, and we'd like to celebrate in the new year, sharing some of our resolves. We might all have interesting resolutions for how the next year is going to go versus how the last year went. And so I thought I would start first. I have two resolves. My first one is I like to pick a word for the new year. So in our household for next year, we're going to focus on coherence. And the reason why we picked the word coherence is because that has to do with people coming together and finding a hooking point. But it doesn't mean that we all have to have the same point of view. We get to know people and find the thing that we can relate to. And then we can create a coherence from that. And with that coherence, I feel like we have a healthier community, healthier family, communities, relationships. So we're working on coherence. And then my personal resolve, I'm taking a resolution to, this sounds weird, put my legs up in the air. So there is this really cool yoga thing that you can do, and it's excellent for athletes. It's excellent for everyone, where you basically put your butt up to your headboard of your bed, and lay your legs on the wall. So you have a body at a 45-degree angle. So your back is lying on the wall, but your legs are up on the wall. And you just let your legs up in the air for about 10 to 15 minutes. And that does a lymph drain, and it helps with circulation. It does so much for your body. It's amazing. So that is part of my resolve for next year.
So your back's on the floor and your legs are up against the wall, and your butt's all the way up against the wall too, basically.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
great.
And if you want to maximize the benefit of that, then you can take that time to listen to one of my meditation practices for athletes, and you can learn to rest, which is what that is. You can learn to watch your thoughts and befriend your feelings and respond rather than react, or offer yourself and others kindness and compassion. So you can get a twofer.
I love it.
It's too, Romy, we're really blessed to have Dr. Amy. She's not only a writer for Psychology Today, she's also written books, and it's just a total hook for teen athletes. So if ever that you all need anything, she does Zoom classes. Just a blessing to have her part of this radio show. It's been such a gift. Seriously. Nice.
So anyone else have a resolve they want to offer?
Good. Laura, it's you. Resolve.
Yeah. So since school is going to get a little less intense starting next semester, I want to actually read all the books that I bought. And I started by reading this book called The Mountain Is You by Brianna Weist. I don't know how to read her name, but it's pretty much a book about turning subconscious self-sabotage into self-mastery, right? And I noticed it's something that a lot of my peers should read, including myself. So I'm just excited to learn more about, ways in which maybe I prevent myself from succeeding or like hold myself back, and just like turning that into positive energy pretty much.
So since you can read that book in 5 languages, I wouldn't be so hard on yourself. I'm just saying.
I love it. Tell us the name of the book again.
The Mountain is You. It says transforming self-sabotage into self-mastery.
Beautiful.
I like that.
Are you reading it in English? I'm just asking.
Yes, because that's the original language.
Yeah, it's not your native language. It's one of 5 languages, so it's fantastic. Wonderful. I've never met anybody that took all the AP classes and didn't have to take the class in high school.
Took all the AP tests.
Yeah, she took all the AP tests, okay, and got the highest grades you could get. She didn't even have to do the class. It's amazing. Fantastic.
Ava and Ruby, do you guys have a resolve you want to offer?
I'll offer one. I think this kind of sparked when we had lunch the other day. I want to start journaling for 15 minutes every morning, all of my, and manifesting in my journaling specifically. I think that's just really important after talking with you guys. And also I find myself always thinking about what's happening next, what's in the future, and forgetting to live in the present. And with school kind of slowing down, I want to do something, like at least one thing every day that's like for me, aside from journaling. So 2 things every day, like for me, just to really enjoy every day as it comes.
Love it.
Nice. Yeah, it's true. She does 3 pages since I've known her, like forever. That's wake up. I mean, she usually wakes up early, and she's writing. She's writing. She writes every single morning.
That's awesome.
3 pages. So it just, I mean, once you get into it, how long have you been doing that?
Quite a while. Like now I do it on my iPad with an iPencil, and that's really fun because you can pick different pages as your background, and so it's fun to write over stuff.
Oh gosh, nice. I think Romy has a resolve as well.
Go for it. Go.
Yeah. So I think I want to just try new things. I think I'm just going to try and make a list of all the different things I want to try. Things I can just do around Santa Barbara, whether it's like go to a new restaurant, or actually my dad got me an hour of trapeze lesson.
Excellent.
So I'm going to try that. Yeah, just trying new things. I really want to.
One of the kiddos that grew up with my kids is a trapeze artist up in San Francisco, and we had him on the show. His name is Joey, and he highly recommends that everyone should do a trapeze lesson.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Nice.
Yeah, you can Google him. He's Circus Joey. What is it?
We can look it up on Facebook.
Yeah, he's famous.
Yeah, He'll do things. They do spontaneous pop-ups, circus pop-ups right now, especially with COVID. So they just arrive in an area of the park and then have lots of circus performance and do lots of beautiful things. Christine, do you have a resolve to offer?
I do have a resolve to offer. In actually 2 days from now, I'm going in for a little surgery, and I'm having a skin cancer taken out of my skin. And I have resolved to love this process of illness in my body and to come into conversation with my body in a different way, not to hate it or be afraid or be scared, but to really ask what's happening. And really allow myself to acknowledge that there have been major blocks in my life, and that my body is telling me now it's time to deal with those. And I've always known they were there, but it's time for me. That quote, the Einstein quote, that you can't solve a problem with the same mindset that you created the problem with, is really helping me to open up my perspective and to say, okay, help me. What do I have to learn from this? Why is this happening for me? And what is the best thing for me to learn from it? And so that's definitely my resolve for the new year.
I love it.
Richard, what's yours?
Well, as most of you know, I've been trying in earnest to gain weight. So that is definitely on my list. And I was realizing pretty recently that one of the reasons that I don't eat quite enough is I prioritize everything else first. So throughout the day, I'm not actually taking the time. And that goes, falls into the self-work that we've all been talking about, which is also, taking the time to meditate and just not focusing so hard on work and the routine of day-to-day life that you're not taking enough time to just pop out of it for a little bit.
I love it. I love it.
That's
Woohoo!
really good. Yeah.
Erica, what's your resolve?
I think what I'm going to super focus on is be patient, because patience to me is something that I've never had anything and ever. So, and it takes a lot of work to be patient.
You have to be patient with yourself about learning patience, Erica.
It's true. I'm not good at it. Anybody knows I don't have the patience to stare at anything for any length of time, because if I hear noise over here, it's like, look at that bird. Do this, do that, do this. It's almost on the borderline of needing medicine, but I'm not going to do that. So,
well, you know what happens, sweet love, when one says they want to learn patience. At least this has been a lesson for me too, a blessing for me, is that suddenly there's a lot of reasons to wait, and then find yourself being blessed with patience when you don't think you have it.
Right.
One of my favorite things is sitting in a line at the grocery store. And the really nice thing when you have to be there and be patient.
So I'm outside waiting for you as you're in the grocery store.
You
That's
remember
exactly.
all the things that you forgot.
Yeah.
And sometimes you meet the most wonderful people, and there's like, well, why am I standing here? Why is this taking so long? Oh, hello, how are you? And you can brighten someone's day. You can brighten your own day. You know, there's always opportunities to bring goodness.
I love it. Right. I love it. I love it. My grandfather used to say, it's a great life if you don't weaken. Right. He was Pennsylvania Dutch. So
we've got like 2 minutes left. Let's go around the room real quick. We had holidays that just came and went. And if anybody wants to give a little love, let's just go around the room real fast. And then we'll see everybody again next week.
Well, I was gonna say my intention.
Oh, sure.
So to serve truth, love, and freedom with grace and compassion.
I love that.
Nice.
We wish that for all of us.
Yes, definitely. All right. Any thanks out there? Anybody want to give a little thanks to anybody? We've got like a minute.
I'll give a thanks to all of my wonderful friends who are just gathering around me in my sort of, as I'm going through this journey, and some friends who've gone through it themselves, and really just I'm being so blessed by support and love and connection. And I'm just really grateful to everyone.
Great. Dominique.
Grateful to family. So appreciate family.
Yeah. Ava, Romy, you ever want to say anything?
I'm thankful for you guys, God, and just that we can still do this all and bring new friends and reconnect with old. And shout out to my grandma and grandpa who are listening to right now. Just happy holidays all around.
Richard, we miss you.
Romy.
Oh yeah, Romy. You're right there, Romy.
I'm thankful for you, Ava, for giving me this opportunity and telling me about this and meeting all of you guys.
Yeah, well, you're going to meet our college coach next week, and she'll tell you all the benefits on college, just to be putting this as a line item. So it'll be good stuff. Good chatter right there. Richard.
I am extraordinarily grateful for Dominique driving me to the bus station at 3 a.m. when it was freezing cold and dark out and all those things. And just having friends and family that can do that sort of thing is just amazing.
I was grateful because I knew you'd never ask me. So it's perfect. It's true. Laura, what do you got to say?
Oh, no, I'm just laughing because that is so accurate. I know you're not even making a joke. It's just honest.
It's not going to happen. But I have Dominique, so it doesn't matter. You know, I share her. Everybody can have Dominique. She's like one of whatever. See, this is the Matrix. Yeah. I don't have to do anything.
Laura, what's your gratitude from Italy?
I'm grateful for everything you guys literally mentioned, from family to you guys to Erica and Dominique, obviously, which are like my American family. And also, I'm looking forward to 2022 and just meeting all the people that I don't know yet, but that I will eventually really love and be loved back by. So I'm excited.
Yay!
Let's finish it off. Dr. Amy, do you have anything?
Yeah, I'm grateful for the wisdom and support and kindness of good friends.
Nice.
Yay.
I think we're all grateful for living where we live and being part of a community that we cherish. And this is a great city. And we've gone through a lot, this city, but you know, something's only going to get better. I'm really looking forward to 2022. That being said, stay warm. All right.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Happy New Year to everyone.
And God bless. We'll see you next week.
You're the best around. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever bring you down. You're the best around.